Hi everyone, Kim here for Treasure Lee Kit Club. What I've got for you today is part 2 of our mixed media kit tutorial. Last week I shared with you how to make these fun little embellishments from the Shrink Prink papers that are in our mixed media kit. Well, this week I'm going to take these embellishments and the rest of the mixed media kit and some items from last month's mixed media kit and some chipboard from our store at www.treasureleekits.com, and we're going to create with the mixed media kit and all these items. If you haven't seen what's in our mixed media kit, I'm going to link the reveal video above in the cards so you get to see all 3 of our kits. And again, with our mixed media kit, the fun thing about it is not only do you get the mediums to build your stash, but you also get a project so you can create right out of the box. It's a standalone kit, so make sure you check out the website, check out all our kits, and check out the mixed media kit. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into this tutorial. All right, first off, these are some chipboard pieces from our store. These are windows, and I went ahead and I pre-prepped them. What I did was I took the distressed texture paint from last month's mixed media kit, which I'll link above, and I stippled that on these, and I wanted that to dry, and now they're all dried and they're crackled. And I'm going to use some of the Lindy's shakers also from last month's mixed media kit. We've got one in Cathedral Pines Green and the other is in Antique Gold. So we're going to use those to color these, and we're going to do that now so they'll dry while we're working on everything else. And if you've never used the Lindy shakers, they've got lids on them, and on one you can shake the powder out directly onto your project, or the other one you can pour it out. So for both of these, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shake some out directly on. I'm going to do a mix of both on the project. So when you shake this out, you just shake it directly on your project like I'm doing here, and I'm just randomly shaking because I want a mix of 2 colors, and I don't mind if I have more of one than the other. And then I'm going to take the green and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do some shaking. And then once you've gotten it on your project, I have a little mister of water, and from a distance I'm going to go ahead and mist those. And what's going to happen is the powders and the waters are going to mix together and they're going to create your colors. Now I've got some on my mat, which is fine, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up that excess with a paintbrush, and I'm just going to kind of spread that around. And the colors are going to fall in the cracks from the crackle. And I just want this done randomly, so I'm just kind of spreading it around, and I'm going to spray some water on my mat. Okay, so now I'm pretty happy with the way that I've got these, so we're going to set those aside to dry. Or if you're in a hurry, you can always go ahead and heat set these, but I'm going to set these aside for now and let them start to dry while we work on the rest of our project. So from the mixed media kit, I'm taking this sheet of rice paper and I'm taking this arch. And the first thing that I'm going to do is, and like I said, the sheet of rice paper, and I'm also going to be working with some soft gloss gel from my stash. I'm going to be using this as an adhesive. Okay, so we're going to take the soft gloss gel and a brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and cover my tag, and I'm just covering the front of it, but I want to give it a nice even coat. So now I'm going to take my rice paper and I'm going to make sure that I have it over my tag the way that I want it. Should be like right about there. And I'm just going to run my hand over it to smooth my hand over it. Now, there's going to be a couple of different ways that you can go from here as far as trimming this. And you don't have to wait until it dries. It's going to be nice and stuck. So now you're going to flip it over. You can take your regular scissors and go ahead and trim this. But the nice thing about rice paper is because it's got all those fibers in there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Once you wet it, this will feather nicely and tear. If you've got a water brush pen, if you do watercolor and you water brush pen, or if you've been with us for a while, you will have gotten one of these in a pasta mixed media kit. So you can take this and go ahead and activate it, which means just give it a good squeeze to make sure your brush is wet, and you can trace along here. You trace along the edge of the chipboard with the pen. Make sure your rice paper gets nice and wet. Now, once that's all nice and wet, you see I've got the outline, then you can just give it a tear, and you're going to get a little feathered edge there, which is really nice, because then now what we can do is we can go back in with our soft gloss gel and we can do the edges of our tag. But all the way around. And you see I've got some nice feathered edges there, but I'm going to go back with a smaller brush. This is the brush I used earlier. Just going to clean that out. I'm going to go back to my soft gloss gel, and I'm just going to add some, and I'm going to do the edges, and as I do that, I'm going to go ahead and push that down over the edges. And what you might find is, because you wet this, okay, so we've got that all glued down, and what I'm going to do is, because we're still a little damp here, I'm just going to take the heat. Okay, so now this is where we're at. Now it's time to put everything together. But first of all, I want to start with using some of the modeling paste and stencil butter that also came in the kit. These are from the Crafters Workshop, and we've got a silver modeling paste. We've got an orchid stencil butter, which is pretty much just like modeling paste, but it's colored, so I guess they gave it another name. And we've got a fuchsia stencil butter. And in the kit, we also got this stencil, which is really fun. It's a mini one, so it's a lot easier to use in multiple places. And I also pulled one from my stash that I want to use. If you look at the rice paper, you'll notice that it's got some music notes in the background very lightly, and I want to continue that pattern, so I kind of pulled this stencil from my stash. But I'm also going to use the stencil that we got from in the kit, and I'm going to start off with the fuchsia, and I'm going to use the fuchsia stencil butter. And this is what it looks like when you open it up. It's nice and light. I'm going to take what's in the cap, because that's always a good place to start. When you don't want a whole lot, you can just grab what's in, you know, the lid. Let's try it a little bit, and this is how our stenciling is looking. I really like the placement on that. It turned out really nice. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, like I said, this stencil, and I'm actually going to put it right in the center. And I think I'm going to use some of the purple stencil butter. We're at. And I'm just going to heat this a little bit to dry it. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to take a script stamp. This is just an old script stamp. And I'm going to take some archival black ink. And I'm just going to do a little bit of random stamping on it. I'm not even going to completely ink the stamp. I'm just going to take it. A little bit there. It's time to go ahead and put this together. I'm going to take our chipboard pieces that we colored earlier. They're still a little damp, so I'm going to hit them with the heat gun real quick. That's much better. Now, my idea is to start here. Well, they're still a little damp, but here's the whole thought process here, so you can see this. I want the script to be in the window of I want the script to be like that. So that's how I'm looking at it to start off with. And I'm going to use some foam tape to pop this up a little bit so it has some dimension. My scissors. We've got those pieces set and move on to our next set of pieces. Now I grabbed some flowers from a few pieces of flowers from a past scrapbook kit, and these are the embellishments that we made in part 1 of our tutorial, which I will also link above. And what we're going to do is go ahead and finish this off with embellishment and a title. And we're going to start up at the top here with some of our little blue flowers and one of our little Shrink Prink flowers. I always have the hardest time saying that, but we're going to add our flowers. Oh, and our Shrink Prink butterfly that we made. And actually we're going to add our flowers first. Here. I think I'm going to use a piece of foam tape for this one. Let's add 2 of our Shrink Prink embellishments that we made. And we're not done. We're going to continue to add our leaves that we made. And we've got another little flower. So we're going to toss that little leaf in there. There's one. It's time for a title, and we will be all done with this. And we're going to add our Be Brave and See Possibilities Everywhere. And I'm going to take a little bit of the silver modeling paste on my finger. Just dab, dab, dab. And I think I'm just going to go around the edges of let's see if you can see, just around the edges. Nothing fancy, and like I said, in no particular order, just a little added dimension. And so now I'm going to add the title. We are all done. I'll give you some close-ups in just a second. But this, for the most part, is all done. Nice, quick, and easy using our May Mixed Media Kit. And like I said, this is part 2. And don't forget to visit our website at www.treasurelykits.com. We have 3 monthly kits. We have a scrapbook kit, a card kit, and the mixed media kit. This is a standalone kit. You can order one, or you can order any combination of kits. And if there are any left over, they're always on sale on the website after Reveal Day. Reveal Day is always the first of the month. And if you're a subscriber, you get your kits before the first of the month, so you don't have to wait until Reveal. We send out a separate email to subscribers so that you will see, and if you want to order extra, you can always order that. And if you purchase from the store, there is a code where you can have Chipboard or any extra kits shipped out along with your monthly kit. So you can always become a subscriber, or you can just wait till Reveal Day. But this is our final project from our May Mixed Media Kit. And this has been Kim for Treasurely Kits. So thank you for stopping by. And before you go, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and the little bell so you are notified every time we upload a video. Videos will go up for Reveal Day, and after that, for all our projects that we create using any of our kits, there'll be videos and you don't want to miss out. So again, thanks for stopping by. Bye.